Library online tutorial on how to access the online catalog. To begin with, we need to go to the Library Media Center webpage, and you can access this at www.laneylibrary.blogspot.com. Once you access this into your internet browser, you'll bring up the library homepage. With the library homepage, you will have a lot of different options to choose from, but to access the catalog, if you scroll down to the left side and go to where it says Online Library Catalog, click on the black desktop computer icon. You select that and it brings you to the following screen. This is the New Hanover County Library school screen, and you select the school in which you want to select. So we want to select Laney High School, so we click on that. That brings us to the Laney Library Online Catalog. And there's a lot of different options you can choose from. But for our purpose today, we're going to go over how to access our individual library accounts. To do that, we look up in the upper right hand corner and we see the word Login. If we click on the Login button, it pulls us to a login screen. And the login username is usually your first name dot last name, and then it's your 6-digit NCWIS number. So for a test, I have already created an account. So let's type in buck.student and then type in our NCWIS number and log in. Notice now we are now logged in as Buck Student, and this is our individual library account. If we want to look at our information, if we click on the tab where it says My Information, we click on that, and notice now we can see what materials we have checked out. If I was Buck Student, I would now have checked out this book, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. It was checked out today, January the 14th, 2013. It is due back on January 28th, 2013. I also have a fine for this book, so I must have checked it out again, and I have a fine for Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and I owe it exactly $1. This is a quick way to check and see if you have any fines, if you have any holds, or if any materials out. To get back to the catalog, we go back to the upper left hand corner and click on Catalog. Now we're ready to do all different kinds of searches. We can do a basic search, a power search, a visual search, and then we also can look at different categories. Now, one of the things that we have accessible at the Laney Library is we have a series of visual searches that makes the information a little bit easier. If we click on Visual Search icon or tab, we have these nice categories created. One of the things students like to learn about are different genre categories. If we click on Fiction genre categories, we can click on that, and we can break down all the different little icons for the different sections of the fiction. If you're a fiction reader, these are the icons you would look for on the types of books to help you locate the proper genre or type of fiction you're interested in. For example, if you're interested in graphic novels, you look for the graphic novel icon, and that'll help you select the graphic novels you choose. Now to get back to our list, if we go back to where it says Library Search in the upper left hand corner, we click on that, and it brings us back to our subcategories. If we want to interested in watching a video about a particular book that we have, we'll call our book trailers. We'll click on the book trailer icon, and then we click on it a second time again. It will list all the 21 books that we have book trailers for. To actually access a book trailer, we simply open the record up, click on the title, scroll down, and we see the actual link, and we click on the link and it'll actually play the individual trailers. Usually these trailers last about anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. Here again, to go back to our screen, we go back to Library Search, and we're back to our series of subcategories. Another area that is very important for students to have access to are ebooks. If we select the ebook icon, our ebook categories are broken down into several different subcategories. If you're interested in doing books dealing with social issues, you click on the social issues icon, and these are actual reference books that we have available through the catalog. Here again, go back to the Library Search window, click Library Search, and we're back to our visual search. If we want to go do a basic search, we can do that and simply type in the word we want and click on search. For example, let's say we want to check a Harry Potter book out. We type in Harry Potter, click on title, and it lists 7 books that relate to Harry Potter. Now, if we're not sure what actually part of the library to go to, if we go to where it says to click on the title, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and then we go over to the far right hand side and click on copies. If we look down under sub-location, it tells me these are fantasy fiction books, so I need to go to the fantasy section. Okay, and if we're not sure what that fantasy icon looks like, we know we're in fantasy, so we go back to search, go to visual, go back to genre, and fantasy is this little unicorn. So we look for the little unicorn sticker, fantasy section, we know where that particular book is located. This is a quick, simple tutorial on how to access the online catalog through Destiny, and also how to access individual accounts. Thank you for your time.